All right, fantastic. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. This is Scott Buckholz, your host. I will also have Keith Jones, our co-host on today. It is Saturday, May 18th. May 18th. Oh my gosh, we're almost to summer already. We thank you guys for jumping on and taking an hour of your day out. We love doing these property tours on Saturday. This week, we have another great property tour in store for you. If you are a guest today or someone who's already a part of our community, thank you for joining us. We are a national community of investors, and we are nationwide. We have people on from all over the country today. And again, we love sharing what our community investors are doing and their deals and their stories and just information that can help you in your journey, whether you're a new time investor, new first time investor, or whether you're already a currently investor and maybe you're just kind of checking out our community and seeing what we're doing. You've come to the right place. So love to bring out our featured investor. If we could do that, that would be great. We'll wait for her to turn on the camera. And that's, can you get on the camera? That would be wonderful. She's on site. I know she's got several workers there today on a Saturday. Yeah, there. We got you. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. I just found out that everybody are here today. I have the kitchen installer, the granite installer, and I have the real guy too right here. So they supposed to come yesterday, and so I didn't know that they were here. They're gonna be here this early in the morning because in Utah right now it's 9 a.m.
Absolutely. So you got true work in progress on a Saturday, right?
Yes.
That just really means that we really do have real estate investors in action doing real estate. So that's what's really cool.
Yes. So what do you
Well,
want
and
me to
that's
start
you.
with?
Yeah, we love always starting in the very beginning because we'll have on today that have never met you before or never seen a property tour that you've shared before. So it's always nice to share investor stories. Stories are so important because your story, your journey, and us may really resonate with people. I know it has inspired me ever since the first time I've met you. And so let's kind of kick it off and share a little bit about you, about kind of your background, what you were doing before you found investing, how you found our community, and what was it that you saw in the community. What were the attributes or the values that you saw in the community that you were like, hey, I need to be a part of this? And because again, we've got a lot of folks on today kind of seeing us for the first time maybe, or the second time, kind of checking things out. So if you could kind of give us a little background there, that would be awesome.
Okay, well, let's start with my name. My name is Ines. I'm originally from Mexico, and I found this community in 2018. So the first time when somebody invited me to watch like something like this, but in person, in here in Utah, was like I wasn't sure what they was doing. So and when I came to see this community, I was like amazed the things that I can do. I used to be a preschool teacher for 10 years when I came to be a real estate investor. So I used to be a teacher, a preschool teacher, and then when somebody invited me to come to see this wonderful community, so I found out I can pay my mortgage. For my biggest reason that I wanted to join the community and learn, it was that I found out I could pay my mortgage in 10 years. I still had 25 years when I found the community, and I just found out that I can pay it in 5 years. And I tell everybody, guess in how many years I pay that mortgage or that house that I own by that time. Because right now I have many houses right now. So by that time I had that principal property that I just bought it like a normal my house. So now it's a rental property now. So but I paid it in 11 months. In 11 months. So it's amazing how can knowledge can change the way you see things in this community, hanging out with people that they know, like as Scott said, like some of us, we've been here for years, so new, some like different stages in their real estate career. So yeah, that's what else? Did I forgot something? I forgot something.
No, that was wonderful. That was amazing. So you come from Mexico. How long have you been here in Utah?
I moved. I used to live in Oregon. So I moved to
Oregon?
Utah in 2000 in 2005. So yeah, and
So
yeah, but
you've
yeah,
been in the States for about 20 by for 20 years.
like yes, almost 20 years. Yes, by
Yeah,
19 years. Yeah,
almost 20 years. Yeah.
yes.
So obviously, like anyone coming to, a new country, I'm sure you had lots of challenges and lots of things to learn and things to, culture changes and things like that. And you were a preschool teacher, which is very cool. And when you found this community, just from what you shared with everybody, you already had a mortgage. You were in that mortgage, what I call that mortgage trap, where most people, we have a 30 or 25 or 15-year mortgage. And nowadays I hear they're giving out 40-year mortgages. And so folks, it's the largest debt or largest liability that Americans have, in their lifetimes is their personal property. And you found a way through the community, through debt acceleration, where you could reduce that, and you were able to reduce it to how many years did you share with people? 5?
I thought I gonna do it in 5 years. I was thinking like, okay, doing my math and everything, like, oh, I can do it in 5 years. But honestly, I did it in 11 months, not even a year. So and I ended up with 30K and invest
11
with some
months.
11 months. 11 months, not even a year. So almost a year. Let's say
Okay.
a year. Let's round it a year.
You had
And
a
I,
you had a 25-year mortgage and you paid it off in 11 months.
yes, and that's not the whole thing. I pay a car that I still own. I pay a hospital bill when I was pregnant with my little one. And I pay like about 3 or 4 more stuff with that mortgage together. And I ended up with 30K to invest in my first property.
Wow. So wait a minute. So let me
That's
make sure
amazing.
I want to make sure I
Fantastic.
get this. You were a teacher when you saw
Yes,
and you saw that they were talking about you can pay off your house early and you gravitated towards that.
yes, that's true. That's what it is. And just like I was amazed. I was thinking, if this thing is true, I can do this, and it will take me 5 years to do this, but it took me 11 months. But you need to really be committed, commit to what do you want to do, and you need to do it and take action. Right? Nothing happens just because. Just that's what I think. Anything that you want to do, you can do it, but you need to commit to do something and take action. That's the key, and never give up. Anything, just like that. It works because it works.
So there's a lot of things that are out there, but why real estate investing? Because I know you got the site right now and everybody's eager to get there, but just you was doing the teaching. I mean, why real estate? There was so many other things out there though. What gravitated for that for you?
Well, I didn't want to, when I came to the community, I didn't want to, I told that everybody, like, because that was really like, I didn't want to do real estate. I didn't thought about do real estate. So what I wanted to do, the only one thing that I wanted to do is pay my house. I was dreaming like, I don't know if you guys ever dream like, you pay your house, that 30-year mortgage, you don't have any other thing to pay. you're gonna have a peace of mind. Just like a no mortgage. The only thing that you're gonna pay always, no matter what, is taxes and insurance, right? But just not paying mortgage. And she's like, I was like, that's a dream comes true. That's only thing that I wanted to do. But after 11 months, after a year, when I pay everything, use the strategy and pay my mortgage, and then like, now what? Now, not next. Let's do the next thing. Like, what I want to do, I want to do fix and flip. Like, okay, let's see, let's watch the strategy. Let's do these things and let's make it work. And I start in 2019 with my first property. This property that I'm gonna show you guys today is my number 24 or 26. I'm something like that. I'm at my 20 something property.
Wow, that I mean, just to and Scott probably doing the exact same thing I'm doing. We're grinning. You went in for one thing. You just wanted this, like, I just want to pay off my house early. A school teacher, if I hear it can be done, I just want to just do it. And then you was around the community. You started building your confidence. You started to get that freedom that you was kind of didn't realize that you knew about it, but you started to get it. And when you saw that vision that's actually happening, you saw that the system actually worked. And then that's when you started kind of, like, you know what? What's next? Well, if that's one house, can I do it with another house? Is that how you felt?
Yes, exactly. Just I was just like, yeah, I can. So the problem after paying my mortgage, though, I didn't have no debt. Like, and you have 30K plus. Like, what I gonna do? And I learned to invest, smart invest, right? I'm not gonna go to Vegas. It's 6 hours from me. I'm not gonna go buy the fancy car. I need to build real estate to pay my fancy stuff later on. That's what I learned. So she's like, I heard from this guy say that he won a Stingray. How to call those cars? Like, really expensive car, but he didn't buy the car. He went to buy the fourplex. So with that money, buying the fourplex, and then the fourplex give him the money to pay his monthly payment for his student rate. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do the same thing. So that's what I did. I don't care about the car, like a really expensive car. I have a nice, decent car, but I don't pay for it. My tenants pay for it. So I want to do the same thing. So just like, and that's what I do. I don't pay for my rent. I don't pay for my cars. My tenants pay for it. So I use my car that I just mentioned at the beginning. I had a car that I still own, that I still own on that car by that time when I found the community. I pay for that car. I still own it, and I just use it for so many years until 2 years ago. I bought a new car. That's what the new car that my tenants pay for it, because I want to apply the same strategy. Why would I want it and pay for it like from out of my pocket? I can buy the houses and then rent those houses, and the tenants pay the house plus extra for my car and for my other stuff, right? That's what you can do with through real estate with these with these strategies, with these investing in real estate. It's really amazing.
Yeah, so you saw a way out, and I really, first of all, I want to say thank you for being here, because you saw somebody, another investor, talking and talking about the what they was doing and possibility, and so now you kind of doing the same thing. You kind of giving back to the community, because there's somebody out there. Well, you've been doing it multiple times, but we do appreciate that, because there's somebody out there who's probably online right now, like, man, I really want to do this. Can this really be done? Like Scott was saying earlier, like, this is some people's first time or second time, and they on the edge and they want to go forward. So I know they're really eager. Scott, I'm gonna turn it over to you, because I know you want to get into this property.
Yes.
Oh, all right. So just in case, hey, so could you go ahead and just talk about, like, where's this house, and like how many bedrooms and bath, and kind of walk us through there.
Okay, this property is located in Tuela, Utah. It's about 40 minutes from Salt Lake City. So it's a small town here in Tuela. It's growing. And this is, I was telling Scott about 2 months ago about this property. It's so amazing. How do I found this property? How do I purchase the property? And so I'm gonna tell you first. I saw this property on the MLS and it was listed for I think it was for 3 or 290, something like that. And I sent my first offer. I called my agent and say, hey, I saw this property. Can you send an offer for 275 to this property? We send the offer for 275. There's no answer. 1 week passed by, no answer. I called my agent, like, do they answer something? Like, he said, no, nothing. And then, like, almost 2 weeks later, not quite the 2 weeks, I saw the property went down for two, ah, two, 240, 249-ish, something like that. And I was like, I told my agent, oh my gosh, the property went down 240, 249 something. Can you please send my offer again for 240 and he's 245, I think I told him. And he said, okay, let me see what happened because I sent the offer and nobody saw it and no answer. This is weird. And then we found out this is a hard property. This is a government property. So that's why every agent, when they put an offer, they have to have a special application. They have to sign up with, I don't know, with something. The government had their own pages that they have to sign, they have to register, they have to blah blah blah. Same thing with title company. They won't let you just use any, I mean, you can use any title company, but they have to go through government system and take so many steps before they do something, before they sell, before they close, before everything. It was a kind of challenging property, but it's a really nice property. Then my agent came back and said, "Do you know what? This is a hard property, a government property. That's why they didn't even see our offers. So that's where they thought nobody sent offers. That's where they lowered down to 240 something. But what my friend told me, we need to do rounded number because government likes rounded number. You can last it for $100. So, and he's like, okay. And I said, okay, let's do 250. Okay. And and his friend sent the offer because he didn't register yet with whatever the government wants them to register. And it takes a so to his friend, and his friend, he has already everything set up. And so his friend did send the offer, and then they accept the offer, and then we took about a little more than a month to close this property because the government stuff and they didn't want my earnest money. I sent 4,000 earnest money, and they're like, "No, we're only taking 2,000 earnest money." Like, or even better, which is like, it was so funny. This is the first property that it's like I didn't pay much, and the government didn't want my 4,000, only 2,000 for earnest money. And so we found this property, I think in January, and we closed about, I don't even remember, February, like the last date of February or first date of March, something like that. And so this property used to be two, three bedrooms and two bathrooms. Now we ended up with one, two, three, four, 5 bedrooms because it's a big property. It's 2,100 something square foot property. But the way they designed the property, it didn't make sense. This is my first property too that I have a headache to figure it out how to redesign things inside again to make it to make it look nice because everything was like it was a mess inside. Like who designed this property? It was so horrible. So then we just kind of come up with something like I think like better. So we're gonna go inside now. I'm gonna show you inside. This is outside. I think you guys saw the pictures from the flyers that Scott did. Now we're ready painted. We're almost ready. Like we thinking next week, maybe by Tuesday or Friday, we're gonna be ready to go back to the market. So right now they're doing the kitchen, the cabinets guys is right there, and I have the real guide too. So this is so you're gonna hear noise inside because people are working inside. So I'm gonna show you a little bit, and I'm gonna tell you the story. Like this is was a living room, a big living room, just all the way to, you can see right there, all the way to there. It's just a big living room, and behind this wall, it was a kitchen. So it was, and you guys can see that on the picture. It was the kitchen, and so this room, it was existing room, and this is was existing room. But this one right here now is the bathroom now. Before you come to the living room, then you have your door, your bedroom, and then you go this way. It was a kitchen, and the right here it was a bathroom and another bathroom behind. But now I was like, how do we gonna make it to add another room upstairs without like because there was 2 living rooms. This house has 2 living rooms and small bathrooms, but really weird design. So they were just like a zigzag. You go like this and you get into the property. So we took everything out. So we just took everything. We removed walls and we add these things. I'm gonna show you on the other side in a minute. So now this is a bathroom, this is a closet, and that's part of another room. So now we make, this house has 2 living rooms with right here, this is the main entrance. You come here, you have a small living room right here. So I mean, this is like a receiving whatever room. We change that window, we make it a little smaller, so because it used to be a little bigger, went that way. So we just make it smaller. Then I'm gonna show you now the other part. So this was existing. This is a new bathroom that we add. So we demolish everything. So this is the new bathroom. So this now we're right here with, this is the kitchen, part of the living room, the main living room, and the main kitchen. Right? So right before it was just a living, huge living. This is another entrance, and this was a huge living room. The kitchen was right here. Another bathroom was right here. So now, as you can see, we took everything out of the way. So, and we created this room right here. I'm gonna show you guys. Let's just pull the real. Right, this room. This was the kitchen before, and living room before. So now you have a master bedroom right here. So a master bedroom with big closet and the shower right here.
So how many bedrooms, how many and baths? I think you said it earlier, but I just want to just remind everybody.
Yes, we ended up with 3 bedrooms upstairs and 2 downstairs. Before it was 2 bedrooms upstairs and 2 living rooms, big living rooms, and one and a half downstairs. Now we have 3 upstairs and 2 downstairs, really big size. So this is the just shell that they're just working on right now.
So did you keep the stairs originally where they were, and you just changed
No, the stair was just a little. It was smaller, and right here it was a pantry or something. It was, I don't know. It was like a box right here. So we moved the stair a little bit that way. We just make it a little bigger. That's where the original stair end right here. She's right here, and this was just an empty. Now she's like that's what we make a new things. The real and the stair was just like the stair. We didn't change the stair. There was no way for us to change the stair. We're trying to make it different because we like to move stairs directed to make more space. With this particular house, there's no way for us to work with the stairs the way that they designed the house. So this is how he ended up. So yeah, let's go downstairs now.
Hopefully you can keep your signal here.
I'm sorry, you guys can. Well, right here. This is right here. And there's a cold room right there. There's nothing there, just a cold room. And this was a tiny, teeny room. You guys can see right there. The room just was that part, and this is just was empty space, just a mechanical room. I don't even know what it was. It's just empty space, nothing else. So, and I told them to remove. There's a little wall right there. So we remove the wall. Now we make this room bigger. So I separate the mechanical room because the mechanical room that was the whole thing. Now the mechanical, we create a wall right here and the door. So if you want to go to the mechanical room, you can go to the mechanical room right here. So, and this is not it's a big room. And so now just that's what I say, it was 2.5 room. Now you have one, this is a big size room now, and this one right here. So this is another one downstairs right here. This is the master room downstairs. So this is a big room. It was designed like this. We didn't do much on it, so just paint and doors, and he designed the door, new texture. And his bathroom is right here.
Wow, people are saying this is nice. And for everybody who's on today, this is a live. This is actually happening. So if you have any questions, go ahead and put it in the chat. We just if you don't mind just staying muted, that would be really awesome. So, but if you have any questions or anything you want to say, just go ahead and put it in the chat and we'll go ahead and get to it.
So yeah, this is what we have. But downstairs it has two bedrooms, really big size bedrooms. So many closet or whatever to stack things. Everything's just like it has so many closet place to all your stuff. So that's what we have right here. So I'm gonna take you outside the other side of the house.
Now, are you going to use the same flooring that you had down in the hallways in the bedrooms?
The same what?
Same flooring.
Yes. So this is another door to the parking side. So this is the kitchen, which is right now. I'm just working on it right now. So, and this is the back door entrance. So that, like as I said before, there was no room. That was the kitchen, bathroom right there, another bathroom right here, tiny bathroom. This hall is new, completely new. So now that's a room, the master room right there. And you have your kitchen and main living room. And this is kind of like, how to call this area, a warm, welcome area. I don't know how to call this thing. I'm gonna let them go in first before me go out.
I mean, this is like work in progress right here. I mean, you got granite coming in. So some people
Yes.
may use it they may call it like a mud room. Some people I have seen when I went through a couple of
Sunroom.
properties where they have like plants and stuff because that's kind of a little bit closer to the outside. Reading room or morning room. So
Yeah, sunny room, sunroom, whatever they call it. Yeah, and this is the back of the property. This is the parking side of the property. So this is you can park, I think 3 cars right here. It's kind of big. And it has a little storage in the back right there. So I have apple trees in the back right here. Well, it has big land in the back. There's a storage right there, and the part of the property goes all the way to the back. And they have a vine grapes right there, really nice, really old one. It's really good. The back is really nice. So it's a beautiful, nice property. So, and by the way, right there it was three windows, like those one right there. There's what they were two more, one right there and one right there. So as you can see, in order for us to put the kitchen right there, we have to close those two windows to make the wall for the kitchen cabinets to go this way and make it work, make it function. And then the corner and the living room, there was a huge fireplace, firewood, whatever you call those things, and you can see we remove it right there. So yeah, that's what we have, and this property is gonna be ready to go back on the market next week. Like, yeah, maybe by Tuesday. As you guys can see, we're in the finish. Just granite, and they have already installed the real, just the granite, and then just cleaning. Everything is in there. Just cleaning a little details, and then we're done. We're ready to go back to the market.
Wow, that's really awesome. Because I know some people are talking about like I know we're gonna get to the numbers here, Missy, a little bit towards the end, anticipating, what you're gonna list it for. Um, and then I'm looking at the next question. Yeah, people are saying nice property, great job. And so as you was kind of talking about how, what used to be there and what you have created, we definitely can see that you this was a new challenge for you, which is you stepped up to the plate and you kind of knocked it out of the park. And a person who's really, really into, construction, I'm going to turn it over to Scott because I know he got a lot of good questions to ask you.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's beautiful property. So one of the things for everybody on is, and we're going to get to the numbers here shortly, is one of the things you look at in the very beginning when you're looking at a potential property, a potential deal, and trying to decide what type of strategy you're going to execute with the property, whether it's going to be a flip, whether you're going to hold on to it and keep it as a rental property, or maybe make a short-term rental out of it, is you're establishing right in the beginning the after repair value. And because that number is so important, so you can determine if what you're going to be able to acquire the property at, adding in your numbers, your rehab costs, your holding costs, your money costs, all those things, again, which we'll get to here in a second. But you, from what that I could hear, because I kind of cut in and out on me here, was you ended up taking this from a 3-bedroom house to a 5-bedroom house. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. You froze.
Did I
Yeah,
lose you?
he came in, Scott, you kind of frozen for a second. But
Yeah, you
and one
froze.
of the questions also came up was, how long did it take you to get to this point where you are right now? That's one of the questions that Derek has.
Can you still hear me, Keith?
You came in broken real quick, Scott.
It's with this property
Oh, I'm
particularly.
so sorry.
Yeah, you got frozen for a little bit. So we took with this property, we took about 2 months. It's gonna be 3 months now. But we just
Fabulous. And you went to from
another
a three
one down
bedroom
the.
to a 5-bedroom?
Yes, yes,
Yeah. So that was a huge part of establishing your after repair value, is you looked on what it would end up being at 5 bedrooms compared to just 3 bedrooms, correct?
exactly. Plus it's only the design inside. It was such a
And that
mess.
is so
Like
important, determining that after repair value and how much money you can put into it.
exactly, yeah. And just like the property has the sky has the really easy, not really easy, but when this time it wasn't easy, but it has the size to make more bedrooms. Just the design was horrible, and it didn't make nothing inside was making sense. Like it was like, yeah, I don't know who was the genius who decided before. So just wasting space.
Yeah. And then obviously, you knew the area, you knew the O'Toole market, so you knew that there was a demand for a 5-bedroom property, correct?
Yes, exactly. And plus, in I guess in every market, or at least in here in Utah, if you are another room, it's the price increase with extra room. So it just yeah. You-
Exactly.
Did you change the square footage of the house? Because I think there was a question out there, like, what was the square footage prior
yeah.
to?
2,100, 2,000, let's say to round it 2,200. And it still has the same square foot. You don't do anything. Just unless if when you add square foot is when you do addition outside. So but as it is a property, we didn't do any addition outside, just whatever we have. So just the design inside was horrible. So and just redesign everything inside to trying to make sense. How do you want I always thinking when I try to design the house inside, I was thinking me buying the property and how do I want my rooms? Like if this makes sense, if I want to wash my clothes, how do I want like yesterday, this door doesn't make sense. Excuse me, but you have to make it. If I come with my basket right here, I see the door, like, no, no, it doesn't make sense. So please remove this door. I was like, okay. She's like, and they're like, okay. She's like, I thinking about myself. What is gonna be my kitchen? What is gonna be my stuff? What is gonna be my fridge? If I'm cooking, how do I gonna turn? How do I just this looking yourself in that place? How is gonna be access like to the kitchen if you have kids I'm thinking about everything if I want to watch my kids from my kitchen how do I gonna put my island to see more so I choose how to design the things. I like to put myself in there when I'm designing things what makes sense.
Yeah, that really makes sense because you was really kind of like when you was thinking about the house, and again, that goes back into not into your ARV. You was talking about the function of the house, like how is it going a person going to function going from a 3 to a 5, and then what will allow for you to feel comfortable and happy, right? Not just, getting rid of the wasted space, making it more functional. So that way a family says, you know what? Yes, this is a house I want to buy. You really put a lot of thought into it. And it definitely shows. And so I got to ask this question. You know, so when you saw the house and you saw how it was not in the function that you would want it to, how long did it take you to actually kind of do what you just talked about? I mean, you just said it in about 30 seconds, but like, what was that process? How long did it take you to get to that? I'm always curious
I
about
think
those things.
it takes us about a few hours, not too long, a few hours, because I came the first time was definitely this is doesn't make sense, but I'm gonna figure out how to do it. And I came the next time, and then I came with my partner because I have a partner in this property, and I came with my partner and say, hey, because I want his opinion. He's very new to the community, but I want to include. When you have a partner, you want to include your partner and everything. So hey, how do you think we're gonna make these things function? That's nothing function. This you have two huge living rooms and you have two bedrooms. This is in a kitchen in the middle of everything. It's just no make sense at all. So it take about a couple hours, maybe maybe 3 hours to thinking and thinking and thinking. How about no no no? How about this one? How about that one? How about and then finally, how about we just do the master room and do the walk-in closet right here in the shower, and we make the main living room smaller because anybody not really gonna use it. You can park on the street, but the parking is right there on the other side when you go to the kitchen, to the main entrance, to the main living room. So that's a really good idea. And then she's and then we told the person who can just okay, we're gonna demolish, and you can see in my picture I put an X on the wall you remove this wall, you remove this wall, and you do this. I told the people who's gonna do the demolition, okay, you remove this one, you remove this one, blah blah, take the bathroom, blah blah. And she's if there's things I say two vanities in this property, the vanities are really in a good condition, I'm gonna keep them, and she's gonna paint them. So be careful, take a vanity, just keep it outside, and things I mark things it needs to be gone. So yeah.
Now that's awesome. And if you could turn your camera around, because you definitely shown the neighborhood, and which is really awesome because it's nice and quiet. The roads has, there's enough space. People can park, like you kind of show, you can park in the front, you can park on the side. Actually, you can just park in your own parking space. So that's really awesome. The different things that you thought of when you was purchasing the property. And so, and I like how because in the pictures, if people saw the flyers, yes, we saw the X's like, hey, take this down or don't take this down. It was really awesome because you had a system, and people are probably trying to figure out, well, how did you learn how to do that? And so, if for just letting people know before we start talking about the numbers, right after this, we're going. There's another meeting that's going to talk about how she learned and the steps and just to get into the nitty gritty of the real estate investing and getting started, taking it to the next level. Because some people may say, I'm already kind of doing some things, but I really want to take it to the next level. Well, you definitely want to go to that meeting. So just text the person, email the person, whoever just who invited you to this meeting, so that way you can get in contact for the next meeting, which is in a different Zoom link. But at least for the person who invited you to this meeting, just tell them thank you. I mean, this is really awesome. So a lot of people are saying like, man, this is really, you know, live. This is actually happening. Yes, this is not cut up. This is not like all the best things. She's showing you, and I really do appreciate you showing us, you know, like the different features and the different things that you was going through and some of the challenges that you was going through as you didn't really think the guys was going to be there, but they actually are knocking it out. But you also have a schedule that you're trying to keep a hold to, which is you want to get this thing back on the market next week. And so if you don't mind turning your camera around so we can see you, and then I think we're going to go ahead and get ready into so somebody asked a question about did you have to get permits or inspections?
No, I didn't get permit with this property. And inspection, usually the buyer has their own inspector inspect the property when it's time for them to buy the house. Usually, like I don't remember saw a property without an inspector inspecting my properties for the seller. For the not the seller, for the buyer. So yeah, but with this one, I didn't engage. It's sometimes when you remove really like big walls or bearing walls, you do need. But right now, I since I done so many properties, I have a guy who knows when it's a wall, a retaining wall, and when it's just I know exactly. Like I would tell him like I have another property down here, like about 5 minutes away from here. He didn't need a bearing wall. Just when they design in the beginning, they make a really long living room and just gonna go a little bit down. And my guy and I decide that we're gonna put a retaining wall, like beams to put beams to hold the thing, and they reinforce the attic too. So which is do it. So just we have we know at the beginning like. I have uh, hired inspector, hired like engineer, structural engineer to see them. Now, as you go and you know exactly, just I don't know, after you deal maybe number 7, 10, you know what property needs, what property doesn't. It's like, and you have that guy who knows. If you just have doubts about it, you call your guy and say, "Hey, I think in this one needs or this one doesn't need. What do you think?" And they will tell you. So, and that makes your process go faster. Sometimes some city they take months. I have a friend who has another property, another city. He's been waiting for the permit for 4 months now. So you have only 6 months to do everything. So you don't have the time to wait 6 months. But you need to have somebody who has knowledge when you start, when you need those to make it really good, because you don't want the work come later on from somebody else, right? So you need to do it really good. So you need to just hire somebody who knows what they're doing in every area. But yeah, with this one, I didn't need there was no retaining walls where we have to plant. We just put walls. We adding walls, like we adding another room. So we just move a little bit so you can see. So there was no need to even adding a beam or something. So we were good in this one.
Awesome. And so I know we're getting short on time. Scott, you want me to go ahead and share the numbers? Can you see the numbers there?
Keith, can you see
No,
him okay?
It's loading.
I'll go ahead and try to share on my end real quick. Let's see. Can you see the numbers now?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay.
There you go.
You want to go ahead and over your numbers there? Can you see your numbers?
yes, we see the numbers.
Yep. Go ahead. Go ahead and go over your numbers.
Oh, okay, you want to? Okay, we purchased a property as I mentioned before for 250. The rehab, which is I think it's gonna be 60. I haven't done my number lately, but we were closed last week, so probably gonna go up about 5K or something, but not too crazy. Is the money cost is the money that you use to the money that you pay to cover, because none of this, the 250, the 60 is not my money out of my pocket. It's somebody else's money. And I have to pay the interest. And that's the interest that you pay after 6 months. Holding fees, it's the insurance, power, water, that's the holding fees. Title fees you have to pay when you close, agent fees right there. And that makes the total 350, and our net profit is 98K. If we sell this property to 450, but I don't think it's gonna go for 250. That's what my lowest that I have is it could sell for more. Like that's my lowest number. So which is I saw apartments around here for 424 something. So this is a house.
Wow. That's so you saying that this deal you found on the MLS system, you was working with a realtor, you went through the government system, you no money out of pocket, and this is the deal that you're working right now that you should be on the market next week. So
Yes.
you've been in this about what you said about 3-4 months, 3 months.
Yeah, I think we closed on this one the last week of February, because as I said, the government took their sweet time to close. They're not a rush or hurry on anything. So just they took their sweet time to close on this deal. So yeah, it's about, I think we closed in February. I didn't check, but I think it was February. But yeah, March, April, May, 3 months.
Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. So we're getting really short on time because we got to get ready for the next meeting. And again, we do appreciate your time for just taking out. I mean, we see you in action. You still got some things to do. We don't want to take up too much of your time. And so there's, again, thank you for everybody who's here. Again, this is a real estate investor who's in action. We have these every weekend. It's up for the first Saturday of the month. We have something else, but we have these, and we do have another one for next weekend. So if you want to get invited to that one, just ask the person who invited you to this one to be there, and then just get plugged in. Take action as you hear, as our future investor has done time over time over time. Our champions of champions. And so if you don't mind just taking just a couple of minutes, just if you don't mind sharing some words of wisdom, which you already been dropping the whole entire time, so somebody who says, I'm still thinking about it, I'm not really sure, or I'm already doing stuff, should I get involved with the community? There's like, if you don't want to just mind just taking some time just to share just a couple of nuggets there.
I will always say, if you're looking for something different, you look to leave a legacy to your future generation, this is the way. This is amazing. This is not nothing compared that I found out there to this community. And you're already doing it. I know a couple of people who's already doing it. My agent that I was just told you about this one, he moved from Texas, I think, to Salt Lake 2 years ago. he was really doing it. He told me, what would I want to join the community? I already have 3 houses. When I told him my background and what I have achieved so far when I met him, he was like, are you serious? I've been doing this for 10 years and you have more houses than I do. Now that guy, he can't believe it. His name is Jerry. Maybe you can meet him in another. He has lots of property too. So it was like he couldn't explain. He just tripled that what he was doing before the community. Now with the community, it's crazy. He say that like I thought I know what I know because he's an agent, he's a loan officer, he knows about everything, the more than I do about mortgages, money, government, blah 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 blah. And so when I told him, so he calls me sometimes like, hey, I have this issue, like, can you give me an advice or something? So he's just like, and another guy, his name is Mike Kessler. Before he joined the community, he already doing, I don't even remember, so many properties. When he joined the community, he doubled that. So it's just like, it's not like, I'm already doing it. If you want to double, if you have a goal, if you want to do more, this is the right place. So nothing happened by accident, right? There's a purpose and everything. If you're here today, it's meant to be here today. And so if you're looking for something different and you've been praying for something different, this is it. So it's just, if I can do it, you guys can do it. As you can see, my English not that perfect, but I'm doing it. So it's just like, it's awesome. So it's the best thing in the whole entire country. So welcome if you
Well,
decide to
Ines,
join.
thank you so very much for yes, thank you for taking time out today and sharing your deal. For everybody that's still on, we got quite a few people on. Did you say you're at number 24 or number 26 on deals right now?
Yeah, I think this is a number 26. I think 25 is down street. This is the 26 or 24. I have 3 properties in the neighborhood here right now. So it's just like, yeah, but I'm the 24 to 26 right now.
That is amazing. Going from a preschool teacher with no knowledge or experience of real estate or
Zero knowledge.
how the whole process works to doing fix and flips, long-term rentals, short-term rentals. You're such an inspiring story, Ines. I appreciate you giving back today and sharing with the community. And don't forget, everybody that's on, if you want to learn more about our community and about the education and about how Ines was able to do what she's accomplished so far, and she's not done. She's not done. I think if you asked her right now, she's just getting started, right, Ines?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just put 2 more offers and 2
We
more properties yesterday.
Awesome. But we do have that overview right after this. It's on a different Zoom link. Get back to who invited you, and they can get you plugged into that. And there's just so much more that you can learn from that that we weren't able to take time today to discuss during the property tour. But like he said, we'll be back next Saturday. We have a great property tour in store for you. Yes, I know it's Memorial Weekend, but if you're hanging around the house on Saturday, or if you know some folks that need to hear this message or see what's going on in our community, you can invite them out, and we'll see you next Saturday. Ines, thank you so much. Keith, great
You're
job.
welcome. Thank you, everybody.
Everybody have a blessed weekend, and we look forward to seeing you guys soon.
See you guys next time. Bye bye.